a bird flew down this morning, as if he's saying something to me. Sitting on the limb of a tree, giving me a sound of sweet melody. I guess he's trying to tell me something, something that I should know about this new wind, a new wind that's gonna blow. It's the raining of the heathen coming down on my people, taking the goodness of life and rendering them evil. You see, the little that they gave you was just to deceive you. Don't tell me that you were blind. Don't let the devil fool you. Oh, oh, yeah. Somehow I know things have got to change. Ooh, wee, oh, oh, oh. Somehow I know it's got to be rearranged. Ooh, oh, oh, yeah. Somehow I know things have got to change. Ooh, somehow I know it's got to be rearranged. Ooh, yeah, oh, oh. Oh my, ooh, these words have been spoken by my master. They will come to pass. With all this injustice, this world could never last. Oh, yeah. Somehow I know things have got to change. Somehow I know it's got to be rearranged. Ooh, oh, oh, yeah. Somehow I know things have got to change. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Somehow I know it's got to be rearranged. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Somehow I know things have got to change. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Somehow I know it's got to be Saw a bird flew down this morning, as if he's saying something to me. Sitting on the limb of a tree, giving me a sound of sweet melody. I guess he's trying to tell me something, something that I should know about this new wind, a new wind that's gonna blow. It's the raining of and rendering them evil. You see the little that they gave you.
We're back on CelebrateLife.me, and today it is rule number 4, and that is enjoy the ride. And so I'm going to go through rule number 1, 2, 3, 4. Because remember, you cannot just get to rule number 4 unless you did rule number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. So we are going to start at rule number 1, which was done on Tuesday, and that is know your driver. Rule number 2 was no. Rule number 1 is know where you're going. Know where you're going. And rule number 2 is know your driver. Rule number 3 is pay as you enter. And rule number 4 is today, and that says enjoy your ride. Celebrate the journey. Wow. And that's what we're doing today. And so because white is my favorite color, I decided to wear my white. Where's my red? Remember the blood, the life is in the blood. And so I always have a little touch of red somewhere. You notice that my animal, who I'm going to call a lion of the tribe of Judah, is wearing a little touch of red. You can't do anything right without the blood in every way, whether it is in the spiritual, the psychological, or the physical realm. The life is in the blood. And so that is how we can really experience abundance and abundant life. So guess what we're going to be doing today? As we look and do a little short review in the first section of how we got to be able to celebrate everything today. How did we get there? Wait. My production assistant, you see my cap around here? Look if you see my cap, my red cap, because my outfit is not complete without my red cap. Is it there? Okay. Anyway, wonderful. So this week, how do we get to the place where we can celebrate life? We have to first start at a place of knowing your destination. So, you really can't just jumpstart anything in life. Everything takes time, has process, and getting to the place. And we spoke about all those mountains and valleys and curves and whatever else. Thank you very much. Right, because today, when I go to enjoy the ride, I just have to look wassy, and I love red. I like red. Ta-da! And I also like red and white. It's a beautiful, that's why they call it, those are the colors of love. And remember, so I wear red and white on Valentine's Day, but guess what? For me, every day is a Valentine's Day, right? So, that's why I have on my red and white today. I might take it off after a while, because guess what? The hat them hurt me after a while, but then try your best, no? Yes. All right. Okay. All right. So, the first rule, and we really have to remember that we have to use all the characteristics that bring us to the place of really being able to embrace whatever our objective is. So you have to have the objectives and the goals first. And once you have that, then you can aim towards it. What were our objectives this week? Achieving spiritual health. And how do you do that? One, by deciding what are you trying to get to? What are your goals? What are your objectives? And we listed quite a few of them. What is spiritual health? First of all, we said, we have to have a definition. First, it is bringing your spirit into sync with the spirit that was put into you. Because a lot of us don't understand that the spirit that was put into us is God's spirit, our creator's spirit, and that spirit has in embryo in us all the characteristics of our creator. So we have that creative force that we can use to bring into being anything. And it is an automatic creative force. Why? Because you shall have what you say. And our creator spoke and everything came into being. And if we speak, everything we speak is going to come into being. And so you have to keep on your mouth. Sometimes, listen to me. I had a situation before I came here. Oh, Father, forgive me. I got so upset. Remember, when you get upset, is one person you're upset with, yourselves. I got so upset. I started to shout. And afterwards, I had to go and apologize to the person I was shouting at. Because any time I get upset with myself, I shout. It's not a good thing, and I have to work on it. But I was so angry. With who? I never responded right. And so after I shouted, I went and apologized. But guess what? Another thing is this. You see the things that stress you out? If you can't deal with them without losing control, drop them. Drop them. Boof. That's how I operate. Because rather than keep those things around you, for them to be constantly upsetting you, you need to drop them. So that you don't have that impetus there to stress you out. Until you are able to deal with them, you don't just drop them and that's the end of it. You need to grow to the place where you are able to deal with all of them. So you have to know what your objectives are. Your objectives are bringing your spirit into line with God's spirit that has been put into you. And once you do that, you will not have stress. You will not have lack. And you won't get angry with yourself. All right. So that's knowing where you're going, your goals and objectives. That's what stress is. Being out of whack with your spirit. How do you achieve it? There's a process. And the expected end is always to your best, in your best interest and for your best good. Right. Now, the second one was know your driver. And that is really pivotal one because guess what? When you know your driver, you know all the capabilities that your driver has. That comes out of the book. Hey guys, my book is at the right place. It's not to look far from me. But good. See the book here? The operations manual has every answer to every question. Right? So, we have to make sure that we know our driver and all his capabilities. And what are his capabilities? The job of that spirit in my driver is to give me direction, to give me instruction, to constrain, to correct and pull me back like this man, pulling me back, will never come. But, you can repair it after. I did. Then he inspires and stimulates and motivates. And then he gives life abundant. And then he gives me the fruit and the gifts. Ah, boy. And then he brings you to the expected end. I love it. So we're going to take a break now. And we'll come back to tell you rule number 3, which we did yesterday. And then we'll just get into the big thing of rule number 4. See you in a while. Are you struggling with some kind of health condition? Is it arthritis, high blood pressure, Crohn's disease, constipation, AIDS, cancer? Whatever it is, we can show you how to get your natural defenses up so that your bodies will deal with your condition. Join us as our studio audience on reggae2reggae.com when we will teach you how to celebrate every moment of your life. Call us at 336-7350 for information. Limited space.
Since the first public demonstration of radio by Nikola Tesla in 1893, no one ever thought of putting the 2 hours of music together until we created reggae2reggae.com.
Well, why is it getting so hot today? Hot? I just decided to take it off and put it on the lion. And in any case, I prefer myself to be hot. So, we are looking at rule number 3, which was a rule that told us about our contribution. Pay as you enter. Rule number 3. Now, when you are employing rule number 3, you need to make sure that you put in everything that you need to put in from the beginning. You can't wait until you reach the end and decide, okay, I am going to just do something right now. But you have to pay your part, play your part, meet up to your responsibilities, and don't ever take on anybody else's responsibilities. Keep to what you are supposed to do and do what you are supposed to do to the best of your ability, regardless of whether the other person is doing theirs or not. You know what happened? People talk about bird can't fly upon one wing, but we covered that already in a previous show when we explained that you can repair any relationship if you do your part and don't take on the other person's responsibility. A lot of times you find in families that when the mother is not doing her job, one other member of the family takes on that responsibility. Or when the husband or the wife or the father is not doing his job, the mother tries and take it up. Don't do that, because once you do that, you absolve them of their responsibility. You don't leave them to grapple with it and to grow into it. You take on all the stress. And that's not what we were made for. We were not made to take on all this stress. So we just need to do what we need to do to the best of our ability and just keep moving along. Do not let somebody else determine the level of responsibility that you will engage in, and do not take on anybody else's responsibility. Right. So that's pay as you enter. And this is a review of yesterday and the day before and the day before. Now as the meat is matter today, which is celebrate. So we're going to celebrate, and I'm going to tell you all the things we're going to celebrate. I have with me my celebration of abundant life and what it encapsulates and how we can celebrate it. No, there are some affirmations here that we have to tell ourselves morning, noon, and night. Anytime a situation comes up that we are not able to handle, then we just use these affirmations. I'm going to go through them as a list, and then we are going to do them individually. They all come out of here. The operations manual. Remember, we have to always go back. And there must be agreement between what you feel. Remember, we're talking about the gut and the mind. My mind did tell me, or had a gut feeling. Those two areas are where the spirit resonates from. That's true. So and next time you hear, my mind did tell me, stop, analyze. Does it agree with what this little book said? And does it agree with the teachings and example of my big brother? So three of them have to agree. So, it's important for you to decide that you are going to follow the three things. The mind did tell me, I'm going to say, plus what the book said, and the example of my brother. So you think about it and say, well, let me see now. What did my big brother do when he was on earth? I remember, when he was on earth, he never came with any special power. You know what he did? He says, I only do what I see my father do. I only speak what I see my father speak. And then you corroborate it with this book. Corroborate. You sort of put it beside what is in the book and see if it, level up. And then you will have the opportunity of knowing that you're on the right track. So here are our affirmations. These are taken from, within the opposite one there, the thief comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Remember, he comes to kill. The thief comes to kill your passion. He comes to steal your health, steal your wealth, steal your peace, steal your love, and steal your joy. And then after you finish that, you come to destroy your life. But I have come. Boy, I tell you, that's how they can't do it up the line, The lights were not on my tongue. Yeah. Nice. I can't do it up the line and we try to do it up because he says, I have come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. And so I developed some affirmations, right? Which I can send to you in the email if you just call or write or email me and I'll send it right back to you. And this is what it says. It has in very fine print. The thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And do it in the finest print that I can find. And then I put it in big red caps. But I am come, to give you life more abundantly. And God, who is my creator, these are my affirmations, and the creator of the universe, desires to share with me the keys to experiencing the abundant life that he has already given me when he breathed into me the breath of life and I became a living soul. Key number 1 is seek me first, and all things will be added. And that means you tithe your time. Because the only thing that every human being has this exact same quantity of as a gift is our time. All of us have 24 hours, 7 days a week, and however months a year, 12 months a year, none of us have more time or less time. Whether you're rich, you're poor, you're black, you're white, you're brown, you're pink, you're gray, you're outgoing, you're introverted, it matters not. Whoops, my light just fell off. It matters not. But I can tell you this, that all of us are level when it comes to time. Consequently, we need to understand that that's where we must start. When it talks about giving, when it talks about leveling the playing field, seek him first. Remember, we're speaking about it no matter whether you want to spend 2 hours or 5 minutes. He must be number 1. You must spend time with him first so that he can give you direction and empowerment and whatever you need for all your other activities in the rest of the time. Okay? Right. So, that's the key. If you don't take the key and open the door, you won't be able to access all the others. And here they are. abundant life affirmations. I experience daily abundant life, abundant health, so that I can carry out God's plan to prosper me and make me successful in everything I put my hands to. He is my healer as I follow his principles for acquiring and sustaining abundant health. That's the abundant health affirmation. Next, I experience daily abundant wealth and access to every resource that God has. For it is the Lord, my God, who gives me health so that I can acquire wealth in order to expand the kingdom of God. That's my abundant wealth affirmation. Next one. I experience daily abundant peace regardless of the abuses, the unkindness, and the misunderstanding of my family, my brothers and sisters, my boss, my colleagues, and my community members. Because God's peace passes all understanding. Next one. I experience daily abundant love so that I can act with loving actions to every person and every creation of God, and receive and demonstrate this same unconditional love which God continuously showers on me every moment of every day. Next one. I experience daily abundant joy, which is a product of God's Holy Spirit within me and my obedience to his word, so that daily the joy of the Lord is my strength. And no animal, no person, no environment, and no event in this universe can diminish or affect my joy. Where did I get all of those from? Oh, then this book. So let me tell you something. All of these are available to us if we just access them by searching them out and practicing them as we are given enablement. Because remember, it's not something that you're going to do all the time, but you have to work at it. Because if you start the right way by using the key, oops, opening the door. Remember what the key is? Seek first. First thing before day, every morning. Whatever time your morning is, because remember, some people's morning starts at 4, like mine. I have a friend whose morning starts at 2. And then I have some friends whose morning starts at 8. Well, just a little secret. There's a lady that works on this program. Her morning starts at 12. So I don't see her at all. But the issue is this: it does not matter what time your morning starts, your day starts. It must start first with your meeting with your Creator, your Director, your Healer, your Shepherd, your Father, your brother, your mother. That is what your Creator is to you. everything that you need. So you have to go there first. Doesn't matter how long, but go there first so that you get all the directions and guidance and empowerment and everything you need for that day. Every single week. So that is the key. Now we're going to break down some of these. Before I go on to that, I am going to just finish the affirmation. Today I have a choice to choose life or death. I declare and pronounce over myself that I shall choose abundant life. I want to just mention this. Isn't it strange how we believe everything that experts and researchers say on the internet? What that we believe the things we read in the newspaper, hear on the news, see on the news. And when we have a superior encyclopedia and library in one that has the truth that overrides the facts, we don't want to believe that. More about that after this break. Because we're going to look at how we are going to superimpose the truth of this abundant life on the facts that we see. Right back. Be right back.
Are you struggling with some kind of health condition? Is it arthritis, high blood pressure, Crohn's disease, constipation, AIDS, cancer? Whatever it is, we can show you how to get your natural defenses up so that your bodies will deal with your condition. Join us as our studio audience on reggae2reggae.com when we will teach you how to celebrate every moment of your life. Call us at 336-7350 for information. Limited space.
Reggae2reggae.com. We encourage our listeners with an inclusive, intelligent, and innovative alternative media experience.
Just to deceive you, don't tell me that you were blind. Don't let the devil fool you. Oh, oh, yeah. Somehow I know things have got to.
All right, we're back and we're going to now see how we can superimpose the truth that comes out of this book on top of the facts that we see, we hear, we smell, and we think, and we feel. So we can celebrate life. So we want to take them based on the different areas that we have to celebrate. Health, wealth, peace, love, and joy. Remember, we are right back here on Celebrate Life with me on reggae2reggae.com. And today is our Friday class where we celebrate, enjoy the ride. And this week we're looking at spiritual health. How do you achieve and maintain spiritual health so that you can celebrate every day of your life? And we spoke about the fact that you need to get your spirit in sync with God's spirit, because that is how you are able to avoid stress and avoid lack. You know, the other day, yesterday I said that on the program and somebody called me and asked me, what do you mean, how do you avoid stress? This is how they explain that, but how do you avoid lack? Well, I was trying to explain that if, first of all, the only time you have stress is when your actions are not consistent with how you were made to react by your Creator. And when that happens, then because of your inappropriate reaction because of the time and the space you are in, then you often have friction. Because you see, God has made every situation. In fact, He has made every instance that you need to appropriately respond. Meaning, He has given you the answer for everything. For instance, if you face what is considered an unusual situation that you're not sure how you would handle, then He is going to give you at that instant the physical reactions, the changes in your physiology in order to cope with it, and the answers in your mind in order to deal with it mentally, and also the synchronization of His Spirit with your spirit to empower you to respond the way you need to respond. And so we have everything that we need to respond to every unusual and stressful situation. But if we do not put aside our minds, our normal physical capabilities, and accept those additional empowerment that we get, then you will not be able to deal with it. Because sometimes you ever been faced with something that is just outside of your realm, and you have two responses. One, to respond in fear, or to respond in faith. And I don't really use faith as an opposite of fear. I say fear must be opposite to boldness. And you can get boldness from the spiritual realm, right? Because very often we respond in fear because we are responding based on our own capabilities. And that's understandable. But if you know that you have those resources available to you, where you don't have to respond in fear, then you just grasp those resources and respond as if you have the capabilities of the Creator. Because all you have to do is go, which is the one for that. I will never respond in fear. That brings me to my never again. It says, never again will I confess fear, for God has not given me the spirit of fear, but of power, boom, 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 of love, boom, 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 and sound mind. Now, how do you superimpose that? Remember we spoke about the facts and the truth. The facts are what you see, you feel, you taste, and you experience with your senses. They are the reality of this time and this space. How do you cope with them? Because here it is, you are faced with an impossible situation. You are not going to operate in denial. You're going to say, yes, I am faced with this impossible situation. There is no way, it is not humanly possible for me to respond to this situation. You go into the operations manual and you find the troubleshooting that reacts to that particular problem that you're facing. And then you speak it over it. So never again should you respond in fear, but you find the truth out of this manual that you're going to apply to the facts of this impossible situation. I will not respond in fear. I am going to respond with power, not my own, the power that comes from that spirit that has been put in me. Love and a sound mind. And that is how I can be absolutely sure that I'm going to be successful. Because I'm not doing it in my own strength. Because what? I can do all things through my big brother. It says so in that book. My big brother. You remember I told you about hiding behind his shadow? Well, I can also pull on his strength. And what strength am I pulling on? I'm pulling on the strength of his example of how he handled it. It's not that he has supernatural strength and I'm taking some from him. The strength that I am pulling on is his example of how he handled it. And how did he handle it? I speak only what I hear my father speak. I do only what I see my father do. That is how you can do all things. Through the example of your big brother, who has been that way before and has successfully circumvented and circumnavigated every problem that you could ever face. So that's how you can celebrate every moment of every day, no matter what face you. You just know, like I know. That's one of my favorite phrases, that I can do all things because I am following the example of my big brother who says, I say only what is in here and I do only what I see my father do. No, where's the disconnect here? You know what happens? If we are shaking with fear, I can't manage this thing, I don't know how I'm going to get over. When you get to that place, then you do not respond from the emotional or soulish realm, which is where all our senses operate. We see it, we hear it, we smell it, we feel it. The fear is real. It is right there. Your heart starts to go boom, 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 boom. And if you didn't go to the bathroom for the last 2 hours, you have to rush now. Because all of those reactions are natural and they are going to occur. But you have a choice. You can choose to operate the way abundant life has taught you to operate, or you can choose to operate out of the soulish realm, which is just the emotions and the relationships. Or you can do what your big brother taught you to do by his example, which is only speak. So sometimes you see, I face some situation and I just really feel, I can't deal with this. You know what I do? If I have a little promise book with me, I get up a promise book and I go up and I'm going to speak this word, and I'll speak it, and all of a sudden, I calm down, and I realize that I am coping wonderfully well with the situation. I got over it. And how did I get over it? By speaking this thing, it goes into my ear again. Faith comes by hearing. And then it goes in there, and I speak it and down there, full up the whole place, cavity inside there, full up of what I'm saying, and have to come out through my mouth again. And then it have to come out, the whole body full up with these things, so I have to do what it says. That is how you get from speech to hearing to action. It's a process that has to happen. Why? Because we have been given creative force. And what we speak over and over again shall come to pass. No exception. Watch what you speak over your husband. Watch what you speak over your children. Gentlemen, watch what you speak over your wife. Watch what you speak over your employees and your children and your neighbors and your friends and everybody. So that if you see a circumstance out there, and this is for everybody, right? Big, small, whatever relationship. Whether you're red and yellow, black and white, all the precious in his sight, and he has given all of us the same thing. Him no color prejudice. So, we need to understand that the same principles that will work for Billy Graham, or Mother Teresa, or the Pope, or whoever you want to follow, can work for you. How do you think Obama reached into the White House? Because he realized that black, pink, or white, there are certain principles that work. You use them, they work for you. Look at all those persons who have become great. Great is relative in one area or the other. They all work on principles that come out of this book. I don't business with what religion they are. The same principles that are in here. And after my show finish, you're going to be listening to the NFL or the NBA or some big star that has made it great. The same principles in here. I don't care who, whether they are a bad person, a mean person, any area they have been successful in. It's because they take the principles out of this operations manual, because it can't change. It is truth. Yesterday, today it is true, and tomorrow it will be true. So why you want to wait until next week to try? This tomorrow business never happened, you know. Start right now, because it is important to start now. It is time for another break. And when we come back, we finish our Never Again list.
Are you struggling with some kind of health condition? Is it arthritis, high blood pressure, Crohn's disease, constipation, AIDS, cancer? Whatever it is, we can show you how to get your natural defenses up so that your bodies will deal with your condition. Join us as our studio audience on reggae2reggae.com when we will teach you how to celebrate every moment of your life. Call us at 336-7350 for information. Limited space.
On reggae2reggae.com, we encourage our listeners with an inclusive, intelligent, and innovative alternative media experience.
Somehow I know it's got to be rearranged. Somehow I know things have got to change. Somehow I know it's got to be
Let's drink the green juice. It's about 12 o'clock, drink and I forgot it. Green shake, what's in it? Banana, pawpaw, coconut milk, moringa seeds. I have 4 moringa seeds just blend up in there. Barley max, moringa leaves, and cane juice. And I freeze everything before, and then I blend up everything together and it just look like ice cream. Well, you notice that I changed the chair. Wow, I got it, boy. Right. Okay, now while I'm in this position, for 2 reasons. One, you're supposed to be my long-term students. I'm not into yoga, but you sort of one of those positions that keep you in. Anyway, but the main reason was that I wanted to show you my shoes. You like them? I dressed up today, I'm macho. I'm on a red in a blouse and red sneakers. And I didn't bring a red hat, but it never it just, I don't know, something never look right. You like it? Alright, should I finish the show in it? Sure. After all. Let's get back to something that is it's clothing. We spend too much time on clothing. In life, we really spend too much time on the physical. We seem to think that because it is something we can touch and feel, we sort of feel that this is the most important part. But I'm here to tell you, when you get into the fact that the spiritual is the most important, and you concentrate on the spiritual side and keeping your spirit where it is, guess what? You go there, you find the best clothes. You go there and you find the best relationships, and you're able to maintain wonderful emotions. So guess what? You need to understand where the most important part is. And that brings me to an organization that I am part of. It's called Be in Health. It's an international organization that, what should I say? I'm an associate of it, right? And what we do is try and bring people into the knowledge that they say 80% of all conditions start in the spiritual realm. But I say, and I know that every condition outside of trauma, even trauma, because if you have an accident and break your bone, that's what they call trauma, then you will have a situation where it does not appear that there is any spiritual background. But guess what? Every accident is something where the spirit of either the driver or somebody there is out of whack with the people's spirit. So there it is. There is a spiritual connection for every illness and everything that goes wrong in your life. And you've got to learn to be able to isolate it and correct all your illnesses at that level. That is something that we are going to have a whole program on. The connectivity between the spiritual and the psychological, between the spiritual, the psychological, and the physical. Right? So anybody come to me, they have to go through the spiritual. And no matter whether you come for gout or you come for pink eye, it all has a spiritual base. So I spoke to you already about, and never again will I confess fear. Never will I confess doubt. For my God shall supply all my needs according to his riches. Never again will I confess lack of faith. For God has given to every man the measure of faith. You know what I mean? He has given you a certain amount. How much amount He give you? He give you more than me. He give you whatever you need. So you have the faith. So that is not a problem. Never again will I confess weakness. For the Lord is the strength of my life. And the people that know their God shall be strong and do exploits. Never again will I confess lack of wisdom. For Christ Jesus is made unto me wisdom from God. Plus I have my operations manual. I can't check anything in there. We all know about the wisdom books, Proverbs. Right? When my dearly beloved husband was alive, we used to have devotions for years. And like for 5 years, we just go through Proverbs from Proverbs 1 to Proverbs 31. And when we finish that, we go around again. For years, we just go from Proverbs 1 straight to Proverbs 31. And so after a while, the whole household could have recited Proverbs. So, and then once they can recite, then they can put it into practice. So, remember, wisdom is ours. Never again will I confess sickness. For with his stripes I am healed. And remember, that if we just look in here and look what happened to me, he is a great physician. He is a healer. Everything you can go to him and say, oops, and he heals. Now, sometimes, it takes a little while to get there. Sometimes it takes a long while to get there. Sometimes it happens so, oof, right? But remember, that this is how it works. Never again will I confess sickness. Never again will I confess worries and frustration. For I am casting all of my cares upon him. Why? because he cares for you. Remember when we were talking about his characteristics yesterday when we said no driver the day before yesterday? Because anytime you come in near to the edge of the cliff, he pull you back. I mean, he's such a wonderful person, I'm telling you. Love him. And never again will I confess condemnation. Look here. For there is no condemnation when I attempt to walk by the instructions that are in this book. Nobody can condemn me. And so we need to understand that we don't have to be under any condemnation, because guess what? We also have that way of getting back after we drop down. Because guess what? Every day I walk my toe, I fall down. But I don't even stay down. Sometimes when I drop it, I pick myself up before I drop. Because I don't want to stay down there at all. I just make sure, as soon as I feel myself going down, I say, sorry, Lord. No, don't. Sorry. We try and turn around and go in the opposite direction, and I spin around. Sometimes I'm driving, and I know I get a little. My mind they tell me, or the gut feeling say, turn on here. And I do it. And I'm going along, and it come again, turn. You should have turned on that road. And I say, sorry. And I just spin around, because you turn. For that, you just drop the handbrake and just press on the gas and then drop the handbrake and then try it, Don't try it unless you're enough open field. Anyway, I spin around, man. And let's go back to the road where I was told to go. Because I know that anytime I don't do that, then I start to feel bad. And I'm on a condemnation. And I feel, oh my goodness, why I never follow my mind? But no, I just have learned how to follow my mind as quickly as possible. Sometimes I drop down, but when I drop down, I get up again. You understand? So guess what? We can celebrate every moment of every day as you follow the principles that we have discussed here. And as you want, if you don't have one of these operation manual, you can't live without it. You know why? How can you buy a product that comes without an operations manual? How are you going to set it up? How are you going to use it? How are you going to fix it? How are you going to repair it? How are you going to maintain it? Logs, they are all there. I have a cricket chair, so I'm going to stop swinging back and forward. So, if you want to celebrate your life the way I think we were made to celebrate our lives, then you've got to get one of these books. And make sure you get one with the index at the back, the troubleshooting section, so that you can look up. And once you get some of those stuff into your own spirit, you'll find that it just bubbles up. It's the sort of thing that makes your endorphins start to go. That's your feel-good hormones. And when you speak the wonderful things into your spirit, you will find that you have that, what's up next? We're not finishing it yet. Up next, we're going to talk about NBA. But we will finish it, because you need to appreciate that you can have that wonderful, feel-good endorphins just pumping out into your brain stem and making you just want to giggle and enjoy everything that comes your way. How do you get it? By speaking these words over and over and over until you are so full of them that they have to come out in your fingertips, in your foot, in all your actions. And you are then able to celebrate life every moment of every day. Foot are happy. I've got, the song shoes. Oh, it's not a position I'm normally in. So, alright. Let's end up in my usual bubbly self. Now that I'm a little more comfortable. It's important to be comfortable, you know. Because in life, sometimes we have our clothes that are too tight, too short, too restrictive. Don't put yourself through that, darling. Make sure that you're comfortable all the time. Because then you can really let go and celebrate all the things that come to you. Anybody who puts you in an uncomfortable situation, any emotion, any relationship, any environment, anybody, anything that makes you stress needs to be dropped immediately until you are able to deal with it. Because you need to make sure that you're responding, aligning your spirit with the spirit that God has put into you. And remember, that spirit has everything that you need. It has been given to you on a platter, like a gift. And as you work at it, work at these gifts that you have been given, open them, use them, and then you will start developing the fruit. You will start bearing mangoes and bananas, one of my favorites, papaws, pineapples. No, pineapples come up this way, but the others hang down. You will be able to bear all this wonderful fruit of love, joy, peace, patience, long-suffering, meekness, kindness. Ooh, that's how I love to live. So come join me. And remember, tomorrow is going to be Shabbat. Shalom. Shalom. Shabbat. And Sunday is going to be the Lord's Day. So remember, the only place you can learn to celebrate life with me is on reggae to reggae.com. Tomorrow, same time, 12 noon until 1. And we're going to have an enjoyable time because guess what? Shabbat is my favorite day. And I'm going to tell you why it's favorite and how you can really make it the most enjoyable day of your life. Tomorrow, 12 o'clock, noon. Now, what are we doing? I have here, up next, you see, we put it on the rough side and turn it upside down. Up next at 1 p.m., Neil Haley talks to Nancy Lieberman. Is that a lady? Wonderful! I'm telling you, you see all these male chauvinists, every other one that he sent out here is a man. Well, I'm so glad today we're having Nancy Lieberman, a former professional basketball player and coach in the WNBA. Oh, it's not NFL or NBA today. It is the WNBA. And so you guys and you girls, you gotta tune in. Stay online. Because now you can know how the originally male-dominated field of basketball has been taken over by Nancy Lieberman. And she's not just a former professional basketball player, but she has become a coach for both the men and the women. So remember, you can break those glass ceilings, you can go over into areas that are not traditionally female. We can do it. So stay online, and until then, see you tomorrow.